Hi everyone, it's Sanj from Big Blue Hub, and I've got a huge selection of cases for the upcoming iPhone 6. Just going to show you a quick overview of all these cases, just to talk about the pros and cons. To begin with, I'm going to go over the Fusion cases, a very popular case for many, just simply because there is that clear back so you can show off the iPhone 6. So I've got ones from Spigen, Sonevo and Ausli. All have various price differences, so Spigen was by far the most expensive, Sonevo was a little bit cheaper, and Ausli was by far the best value for money. Just taking the cases out of the packaging and just popping the dummy handset in. Clips in quite easily, nice snug fit. On the back there are a few scratches on there, but I believe there is a plastic film, but I would expect the case you receive to have no scratches at all if you are buying it from a company like Spigen. Just take it off. And to demonstrate it with the Sonevo case, I've had a look at these already. I just put them in the box just for the purpose of this video. There isn't much difference between the three. The difference between the Sonevo and the Spigen is the Sonevo one has a much more glossier rim, but they of course all have that clear back, which I think a lot of people are looking for, because obviously if you have a gold iPhone, a silver iPhone or a space grey, you want to show it off. They're all very protective in terms of how hard they are. The Sonevo Fusion is a lot more tougher than the Spigen. This one does fold a lot more. The back has a clear film, so your case is going to arrive to you in pristine condition. You can see from that there are no marks or scratches on it. Just take this off and just show you the Ausli. Again, they all have different packaging, the pricing is different. I got links in the description, so if you do want to have a more detailed look at them, feel free to do so. Let me put this one in. Again, very similar to the Sonevo case and also the Spigen. Same with the Sonevo one, this has got a glossy rim. It's available in a lot more colours as well. I've got a white one just so you can see the difference between the different Fusions. As far as the buttons go, there's a nice cutout for the mute button. As the standby button is now on the right hand side, you've got a nice button which is quite easy to press. Along the left hand side you've got the volume rockers, and on all of the cases there are quite neat cutouts for the charging port, the headphone and the speaker, and obviously the cutout for the camera on the back. So that is the Fusion cases. In my opinion, they are all very similar to each other. Obviously the main difference is the packaging that it comes in and the pricing as well, which I don't think many of you guys will be too concerned about, because you may just take the packaging and put it straight in the bin. So in terms of the quality of cases, they are all very similar. I find it difficult to pick one out of the three. So if price is a concern for you, then definitely the Ausli or the Sonevo one will be one that you'd go for. Looking at the next set of cases, I've got some back covers and super slims. So I've got ones from Spigen, Rinke, Ausli, and this is actually a protected case, I'll show you a bit later. Just taking them out of the packaging, they all are advertised to be very slim. As you can see, it's very flexible, semi-transparent as well, so the back of the iPhone is going to be seen when you put the phone in the case. Because they are pretty much skin tight, they take a little bit more effort to put on, but once they are on, you barely notice that there is a case on your phone. Again, very neat cutouts along the side. This is the Ausli version, the Ausli Super Slim, Flexi Slim. You've got the cutouts for the volume rocker, the mute button, and cutouts on the bottom. This one is actually 0.3mm thick, so very slim indeed. It's not going to provide you with a huge amount of protection if you are to drop your phone, but if you do want to protect the back of your phone from any scratches, this is going to do the trick. With the Spigen one, let me just take it out. I haven't actually had a look at this case, it's still sealed. Again, different packaging of the two brands, but there is also a price difference as well. This one is advertised as 0.4 millimeters, so it is slightly thicker than the Aussie version. And you can kind of see that with how flexible this one is, a lot more rigid. So it's going to provide you a bit more protection when you have your phone in the case. It simply just clips in like so. Takes a while to get it on just because they are so form-fitting around the iPhone 6. Well, I'm looking at actually damage this one. Just by putting it on, I think because it is such a tight fit, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I have actually managed to bend this bottom corner. Mainly it could have been down to the way I put the case on, but for me who just tried to put the case on in a bit of a rush, or other people may do the same thing, it's going to potentially damage the case. Both of them are quite semi-transparent, so you're going to be able to see the iPhone 6 branding along the back and obviously show off. I think the Aussie one is available in a few different colours, so I think it was blue, red, white and black. Spigen as well, a few different colours. Again, very similar. This one, the Aussie version does feel a lot more flexible, but in terms of protection, both of them are going to provide you the exact same sort of protection. If either of the phones are to drop with this case on, it is going to damage the phone. It will just do its protection against scratches. But if you are someone that wants to keep the sleekness of the iPhone 6, definitely check out these super slim cases from Spigen and Aussie. Looking at another back cover, and also another Fusion case I forgot to mention earlier, was one from Rinke, and this one, which is a genuine Apple leather case. I'm not opening this one. By far the most priciest case of them all is this one from Apple. Very soft finish to it. It almost feels like a fabric rather than a very high quality leather. The inside is got like a very soft touch. What would I call this? A suede. If I put the phone in the case, very easy to put on. There is a bit of flexibility with that case of putting the phone on, wasn't an issue. Nice raised buttons along the side, so if you need to change the volume, standby button. Bottom's got a nice, neat cutout. I think one of the main reasons for them doing this was there was a lot of compatibility issues with using things such as docks, but now with this cutout you'll be able to use this case and a few of the others that I've shown with different types of docks. See a nice cutout for the camera as well. Feels quite nice in hand, doesn't add too much weight or bulk to the device. Available in different colours as well. I just wonder, because it is leather, what sort of durability it would have over time. Will it start to wear and tear? I will try to use this case, and I can do an update of this video just to give you a look of how much it can take in terms of daily usage. Will the leather kind of wear off? Will colours start to run off onto the leather? We'd only have to test it and find out. With the Rinke Fusion, this one is a completely clear one. The packaging is very simple indeed. I think it is, a lot of companies are now moving towards this online eco-friendly packaging, obviously trying to reduce their carbon footprint in the environment. Just a bit of information about the case itself. It says you can add your own designs to it. Very flexible on the edges. The back is quite rigid and strong, just like the Aussie version, so the back of your phone is going to be protected. The difference with these two is there are raised buttons as opposed to the Aussie case where the buttons are a lot more flat, so if you need, much more easier to press the buttons. Does add a bit of bulk compared to the Aussie version, mainly because of these buttons. I think if you are someone that would like those raised edges, it's great for you, because it is a soft gel as well. both will protect the phone from damage. One key feature I've just noticed now is there are caps on these, so the charging port can be closed, and also the headphone jack as well. So if you're not using them, you can conveniently just cover these flaps over them, so you're not going to have things such as dust, or if you do accidentally drop this in water. Not that the iPhone 6 is waterproof, but you may reduce the impact of water damage. Nice clear design, so all three colours of the iPhone 6 will look great. The obviously space grey, gold and the white. So yeah, I can imagine this case being extremely popular, predominantly due to the clear back which all the Fusions have. So you can obviously show off the design of the iPhone 6. Two other cases are wallet cases. This is another one from Orsley and one from Casebase, both varying in terms of how big they are, how much bulk they add. Casebase, as you can see, is very thin indeed. Pop the phone in, snaps in quite easily. Outside, very nice soft finish to it. You've got a bit of Casebase branding on the bottom. Two colours available for this, black and pink. A cutout for the camera, and on the sides you've got very neat cutouts for the standby button, volume rockers. Another feature of this case is a integrated stand feature, so you can watch videos, keep your emails open when you've got the phone on your desk. So it's going to be has a good use of multi-functionality to it. On the inside cover you've got a card slot, so if you do have one card that you use mainly on your day-to-day routines, you may keep that card in here. Yeah, one of the main differences between the two is how much bulk they add to your device. You can see there is hardly any bulk to this cover on the case base. And just put it in the Orsley wallet.